Imagine, for a moment, the silence before creation. No form, no sound, only the invisible field, pulsing, waiting to be seen. And then, something observes. And through that simple act of observation, the universe begins. That moment, that primordial gaze, is what Thoth, the Egyptian god of wisdom, called the eye that creates. A symbol that doesn't belong to ancient Egypt alone, but to the very nature of human consciousness. You are not here by accident. This message has found you because something within you, ancient, curious, awakening, remembers being part of that same gaze, the gaze that sees and therefore creates. In the next few minutes, I invite you to walk through this mystery with me, not as a viewer, but as the quantum observer itself. And before we continue, subscribe to this channel, not as a routine gesture, but as an act of alignment. Every person who joins this field amplifies the pulse of collective awareness we're building together. When you like, comment, or share, the algorithm may not understand, but the universe does. The vibration expands. The ancients said that the eye of Thoth could see through time. But what it saw was not fate. It was potential. The human capacity to transform the unseen into form, chaos into harmony, thought into matter. Modern physics now confirms what Thoth once taught. In the famous double-slit experiment, electrons behave differently when observed. Consciousness alters reality. The universe responds to attention, precisely as the ancients proclaimed. But here's what few dare to say. To observe is not simply to look. It's a vibrational act, the alignment of mind, emotion, and energy so reality can collapse around the coherence of your being. Thoth understood this. That's why he left the eye, not as an idol to worship, but as a mirror to remember. The eye is a mirror, and what you see reflected in it is your own consciousness awakening. Today, that mirror stands before you, and as you gaze into it, something within begins to remember the truth that has always been there. You are not a witness to the universe. You are the universe recognizing itself through you. In the ancient temples of Hermopolis, it was said that Thoth wrote with a feather made of light. Every word he inscribed was not merely written, it was created. The Egyptians believed the universe was born when Thoth spoke the first divine thought. That idea became the foundation of the Hermetic axiom. The all is mind, the universe is mental. Most people read this as metaphor, but it is literal. The mind is not inside the universe. The universe is inside the mind. Everything we perceive, from the light of the stars to the warmth of a hand, is a neurological interpretation, an energetic construction of the observer. Neuroscience confirms this. The brain doesn't see the world as it is. It sees the world as it interprets it. The visual cortex doesn't record light. It reconstructs electrical signals sent by the eyes. Reality, then, is a coherent projection between stimulus and perception, held together by one invisible force, the consciousness that observes. Thoth, in symbolic language, called this the writing of the universe. Modern physics calls it the information field, a field that responds to the vibration of the mind. What we feel, think, and believe literally reorganizes the probabilities around us. In quantum physics, particles exist as waves of potential until they are observed. The human mind functions the same way. Until we choose a dominant perception, we exist in countless versions of ourselves. But the moment we observe with clarity, emotion, and presence, the collapse happens. Reality defines itself. Thoth encoded this principle in myth and symbol so that, millennia later, we could remember to observe is to create. And when we observe consciously, we are not reacting to reality, we are sculpting it. The quantum mirror reflects exactly that. It doesn't show what's outside, it reveals what's active within. Fear, doubt, love, gratitude. Each state vibrates at a specific frequency, and E, when sustained, becomes visible form. Manifestation isn't magic. It's the natural outcome of coherence between emotion and intention. When Thoth said, "Know yourself and you will know the gods," he was describing the union of science and consciousness. The human mind is where the invisible becomes measurable. Every thought is a wave sent into the field, every emotion a color reflected in the mirror. And here, the power of the observer begins to unfold. The world you see is only the reflection of the quality of the gaze that sees it. Change the gaze, and the mirror changes with you. Over a century ago, physics discovered something that shook the foundations of reality itself. The double-slit experiment, first performed by Thomas Young and later refined by Niels Bohr and Richard Feynman, revealed a paradox. Light, and every particle, behaves both as a wave and a particle, depending on how it is observed. When no one watches, it behaves like a wave, spreading through infinite possibilities. But the moment an observer intervenes, the pattern changes. The wave collapses into a single point, a defined particle. It's as if the universe waits for a conscious gaze to decide what to become. Bohr called this complementarity. Einstein, uneasy, asked, "Does the moon exist only when we look at it?" He doubted it, yet later experiments confirmed that at the quantum level, observation truly alters behavior. This is the same mystery Thoth described symbolically thousands of years earlier. The eye that observes is the eye that creates. But what does it mean to observe, biologically speaking? Neuroscience gives us a clue. Every thought generates measurable electrical impulses and magnetic fields. Every emotion releases biochemical waves that alter heart rhythm, pressure, and the electromagnetic field of the body. The brain, quite literally, acts as a quantum transmitter and receiver. When the mind enters coherence, when thought, emotion, and intention vibrate in harmony, it sends a stable signal into the field. That stability allows reality to respond with order. Internal chaos reflects as confusion. Inner clarity manifests as synchronicity. The quantum mirror does not judge, it reflects. And every reflection is a vibrational response to the observer's state. When you are at peace, the mirror becomes transparent. When you are divided, it distorts. Quantum physics tells us the field of possibilities isn't a place, but a state of information. Consciousness is the organizing principle that turns that information into form. What Thoth called the divine gaze is, in essence, the same principle scientists now describe as quantum collapse, the moment when the universe ceases to be potential and becomes experience. Thoth used mythic language. Science uses mathematics. But both describe the same dance between consciousness and reality. To observe, then, is both sacred and scientific. The bridge between the unseen and the tangible, between myth and laboratory. Every time you look at the world with conscious awareness, the universe rearranges itself around your gaze. You are, quite literally, the author of the next moment. When Thoth spoke of the eye that creates, he wasn't referring to a physical organ. He was describing a state of consciousness, a gaze that doesn't merely perceive the world, but brings it into being. The eye is the meeting point between the human and the divine, the place where the universe contemplates itself through you. In the Hermetic texts, this truth echoes again and again. As above, so below. It's not just a poetic metaphor, it's a mirror of consciousness. What you see outside reflects what vibrates within. and what vibrates within inevitably shapes what you see outside. The quantum mirror is the modern name for this ancient knowing. Consciousness is not just an observer of the universe, it is the very fabric holding it together. Just as a single drop contains the pattern of the ocean, each human mind contains the blueprint of creation. In physics, this is known as quantum entanglement. Particles separated in space remain instantly connected through an invisible field. In consciousness, it's the same. Every thought and emotion ripple beyond the body, influencing the collective field. That's why what you heal in yourself, you heal in the world. What you observe with love harmonizes. What you observe with fear distorts. Thoth taught that pure vision is the portal of creation. Purity here isn't morality, it's presence. When you observe without judgment, with full attention and surrender, you return the world to its natural harmony. The human mind can collapse chaos into order simply through the quality of presence it sustains. Science calls this neural and cardiac coherence. When heart and brain synchronize, the entire body vibrates as a unified field. In this state, intuition heightens, synchronicities multiply, and reality seems to respond to your intentions. It isn't magic, it's physics applied to consciousness. The eye of Thoth symbolizes this lucid, creative perception. The gaze that sees not the form, but the field behind it. It's the recognition that all matter is condensed consciousness, and every experience is vibrational feedback. When you awaken to this state, the quantum mirror stops being a metaphor and becomes a living experience. You realize that everything, every person, event, or coincidence simply reflects how clearly you recognize yourself as the consciousness that creates. It is the moment when observer and observed become one, and in that instant, creation happens. Before we go any further, pause for a moment. Breathe. Let the sound of this silence create space within you. So far, we've spoken about Thoth, the creative eye, the quantum mirror, and how the human mind collapses realities. But what's happening right now, as you listen, is the mystery itself unfolding. This is not distant philosophy. It's you being observed by the very field that surrounds you. Pay attention. Few reach this point. Most people stop watching before truth begins to vibrate. But you stayed, and that means something within your consciousness recognized the call. Perhaps you feel warmth in your chest, an expansion in the air, a silent presence watching with you. That is the eye opening within, not the physical eye, but the inner gaze, the witness that sees without fear, without rush, without judgment. When that gaze awakens, the entire universe reorganizes itself around your attention. And now, I want you to hear this clearly. The affirmations you leave here, in the comments or in your personal journal, are more than words. They are vibration codes. When you write, read, and repeat them consciously, you create an energetic circuit that reprograms the mind and anchors a new timeline in your field. So when I invite you to comment, it's not about engagement, it's about feeding the collective flow of consciousness. It's an exercise in anchoring. Daily repetition turns vibration into identity. If you wish to seal this understanding now, write, here or privately, I consciously choose the frequency that creates my world. Repeat it over the next few days, aloud or in silence. Let it become the soundtrack of your field. Because each time you speak it, the universe rearranges its particles around that new coherence. And gradually, everything out of resonance dissolves, naturally, effortlessly. You may not notice it right away, but the simple act of writing, affirming, and feeling is a form of creative observation. It is the eye acting through you. The quantum mirror responds, and reality begins to move. Stay until the end of this video. What comes next is where theory meets embodiment, where knowledge becomes living power. Reality doesn't happen to you. It happens through you. The external world is a moving mirror, a dynamic reflection of the inner frequencies you hold, consciously or unconsciously. It is the quantum mirror returning, with absolute precision, the vibrational signature of your inner state. Science and spirituality describe this in different languages, yet they point to the same truth. Neuroscience calls it neural plasticity and attentional focus. The brain strengthens, day by day, the neural pathways that match what you most observe and feel. In other words, what you repeatedly think becomes the filter through which you see reality. Quantum physics calls it wave function collapse. The material world solidifies into the version that most resonates with your dominant vibration. Simply put, the mind is a lens, and the quantum field is the screen upon which that lens projects its contents. Changing your vibration isn't about imagining something better. It's about reprogramming the focus through which both your brain and the field construct experience. Think of a day when you woke up irritated. Everything seemed harder, people slower, time heavier, traffic, conversations, reactions, all aligned with the frequency of irritation. Now recall a day when you felt grateful. You noticed beauty, received kindness, experienced small synchronicities. Nothing changed in the outer world. What changed was the observer, and the mirror responded. Thoth understood this when he declared, "The universe is mental. The mind is not the brain. It's the field the brain translates. It's the channel through which thought becomes vibration, and vibration becomes form." Modern psychology calls this selective attention. The brain perceives only what confirms the pattern you hold. Those who believe the world is hostile find proof of it. Those who believe it's generous find that, too. It isn't illusion, it's vibrational coherence. But here lies the secret. It's not enough to think differently, you must feel differently. Thought is the command, but emotion is the energy that sends it into the field. Without emotion, thought is a seed without water. With coherent emotion, it becomes a living tree. That's why the real practice isn't to control the world. It's to refine the observer. The clearer your inner lens, the clearer the reflection. And gradually, the world begins to mirror your higher vibration. With synchronicities, opportunities, and a peace independent of circumstances. The quantum mirror doesn't give you what you want. It reflects what you are. And each time you change your state of being, you change the reflection the universe shows you. Many who awaken to this knowledge make the same mistake. They try to use the power of the observer as a tool to control the universe. But the universe is not a mechanism. It is a conscious mirror. And the mirror does not respond to desire. It responds to vibration. This is the most common mistake among quantum seekers. They repeat affirmations, visualize, write intentions, but they do it from the frequency of lack. They try to change reality without first changing their inner state, and when nothing happens, they conclude it doesn't work. But the quantum field doesn't respond to what you ask. It responds to who you are while asking. If your request is infused with fear, doubt, or scarcity, the field reflects that same energy. It's like shouting in a canyon. The echo always returns the tone of your voice. Physics confirms that every emotion carries a distinct electromagnetic signature. Guilt lowers heart coherence and creates disorder in the field. Gratitude, on the other hand, increases coherence, stabilizing the nervous system and synchronizing heart and brain. When that harmony occurs, the body literally becomes a more powerful transmitter. That's when thought begins to produce tangible effects. That's why Thoth taught, no knowledge has power without inner balance. The true creative eye observes without tension, without hurry, without fear of not seeing results. Power doesn't lie in effort, but in the coherence between thought, emotion, and presence. For example, someone desires prosperity. They repeat affirmations, visualize abundance, yet feel anxiety whenever they think of money. The field doesn't respond to words, it responds to emotion. The vibration of scarcity continues shaping the mirror. The secret isn't to force the feeling of wealth, but to align with the vibration of trust. When the mind quiets and the body feels safe, the field recognizes that stability and responds through synchronicity. Another common mistake is manifesting from the ego, trying to prove something, outshine others, or compensate for an old wound. That isn't manifestation, it's vibrational compensation. And the universe, compassionate and precise, doesn't satisfy the ego. It heals the pattern behind it. So when we think things didn't work, often the field gave us exactly what we needed to awaken. The true practice is simple yet profound. Observe with an open heart. Intention is the arrow, emotion the bow, consciousness the archer. Without strain, without expectation, only presence. From that state, the universe responds not with resistance, but with flow. The quantum mirror is fair. It doesn't punish or reward, it reflects, with perfect precision, the observer's state. Once you understand this, you realize there's no failure in manifestation, only vibrational feedback. And every piece of feedback is an invitation to refine yourself within. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Feel your body settling into the present. Each breath is a wave moving through the field. Each heartbeat is a pulse of creation. The Eye of Creation exercise isn't a method to manifest things. It's a practice to remember who observes, because it's the quality of the observer that shapes the world, not effort or will, but the vibrational coherence between mind, emotion, and presence. Now bring your attention to the point between your eyebrows, the symbolic seat of Thoth's eye. Don't force anything. Just notice the space. Imagine a soft blue golden light pulsing there quietly. That light is the witnessing consciousness, the I am, that sees without being entangled in what it sees. As you breathe, imagine that light expanding until it touches your heart. The act of seeing and the act of feeling merge into a single field. In this moment, mind and heart become coherent. The brain slows, the entire body listens. Now visualize before you a mirror of liquid light, the quantum mirror. It doesn't reflect your face, but your vibration. Observe it gently. Notice how every emotion, every thought, is a ripple across its surface. Don't try to change anything. Simply see. Then bring to mind a scene, an intention, a state you wish to experience. Not a desire to control, but a remembrance of what is already true in subtler dimensions. Feel it as if it's already here. Sense how the field responds to your emotional coherence. The mirror begins to still. The image stabilizes. This is the quantum collapse, the moment when conscious observation gives form to the unseen. Stay here for a few seconds. Observe the silence between thoughts. That space is the womb of creation, where the creative eye acts silently and precisely. Now, place a hand over your heart and say quietly, or within, I see, and by seeing, I create. Repeat once more, with full presence. Feel the words as vibration, not as language. Let your body memorize this state of clarity and expansion. Open your eyes. The exercise is complete, but observation continues. The world around you may look the same, yet something has changed. The field has recorded your new vibrational signature. And from this moment forward, reality will begin to reorganize around your new gaze. You have just activated the eye that creates, the conscious gaze that turns perception into reality. You may not fully realize it yet, but something within you has already shifted. The silence you feel isn't emptiness, it's the field reorganizing itself. The mind grows quiet, the heart expands, and the universe listens. Thoth once said that the true sage does not create through will, but through recognition. He recognizes the whole within himself, and therefore all things respond. The eye of Thoth is, in truth, the awakened human eye, consciousness remembering that each thought is a ray of light, each emotion a color, and every act of observation a brushstroke upon the canvas of the universe. Now, look around you. Nothing has really changed, and yet everything feels different. The texture of reality responds to the quality of your gaze. You are both the mirror and the reflection, the creator and the creation. The exercise you experienced is only the beginning. In the coming days, practice observing with presence as you walk, speak, breathe. Notice how the world reflects your inner state. And when you sense misalignment, don't judge, simply adjust your frequency. Remember, the universe does not punish or reward, it responds. The power of the observer is not to control the world, it's to harmonize with it, to live in such coherence that the field naturally rearranges around you without effort or resistance. When the observer awakens, the entire universe awakens with them. So, if this message resonated with you, share it. Help expand this field of consciousness. For every awakening lights hundreds more. Leave your comment, your vibration, your testimony, not for engagement, but because your energy is part of this collective creation. And remember, the highest timeline isn't a place in the future, it's a state of being, available here and now. Close this cycle with one last deep breath. Feel your body, feel your presence, and repeat silently, I am the gaze that creates. I am the field that responds. I am the consciousness awakening. Walk in peace, in clarity, and in love. Until the next awakening.